It is March 1813. Napoleon has been assassinated. As he returned in December in an unmarked cabriolet from a disastrous winter retreat from Moscow, an explosion rocked Paris in the late evening hours as the Emperor arrived at Tuileries. Information of his defeat and stealthy return had been leaked to General Claude Francois Maillet, who had earlier claimed Napoleon was killed in Moscow. The incompetence of his previously unsuccessful coup was corrected, and he was able to pull off one of the most important assassinations in the history of Europe. Now, France's enemies are circling. Austria marches through northern Italy. Russia pursues the remnants of the Grande Armée. Britain has landed in Calais and advances over the Pyrenees in a pincer maneuver. The Confederation of the Rhine is in shambles, and Prussia is snapping up territory. Pockets of the French Ancien regime are forming massive militia units in cities like Toulon, Lyon, and Marseille. The Vendée are marching on the capital. France is crumbling. All right, everybody, thanks for tuning in. This is a fictional battle, the death of Napoleon, the wars of the Napoleon succession. The sides are assigned randomly. It turns out that I am with a royalist French contingent allied with Britain, and we are facing Prussians and the Vendée. We utilize train placement guidelines from L'Art de la Guerre, ancient rules. Although wargaming for fun is quaint, it's a bit juvenile for our group, so I started a new tradition, the Sippy Cup of Glory, where the overall winner of the previous match gets to gloat over his opponents and quench his thirst on the tears of his enemies. I was the first winner in an absolutely brilliant battle that I only recorded part of, but I'm sure I will be able to retain the Sippy Cup of Glory. Here's a picture of the overall deployment. Whoa, sorry about that. With the British and the French royalists set up on the left, then facing the British is the Vendée. This is first turn skirmish. The Vendée and the Prussians in the far background. This is Joe finishing up turn 2 skirmish. You can see we all just basically advanced turn 1, no interruptions or anything like that. Joe with a pretty good roll there. Looks like I have a 0, and they scored 9-3, so they win skirmish for turn 2. I advanced a little bit too much and lost my general in turn 2, and he's facing the guillotine now, captured over in the Vendée camp. The Prussians and the Vendée pretty much ganged up on me with Jason, with the Royalist French, able to come to my aid only a little later in turn 3. This was an incredible, look at this, he was able to repulse 3 Prussian units with a single French in line. That's 3 in mass that he was able to wipe out. I think he was able to kill 2 of those units. We're still in turn 3. You can see his marching French columns off to the left there that are coming to my aid. I was just a little overconfident with the gunnery and the terrain placement, and you can see my flank getting wrapped up here. I tried to play it through the swamp there on the right, ended up losing because I lost my general. I had to square up early, and I was able to really get out of a pickle after a failed charge into my infantry. Jason's still moving forward, attacking or volleying back into that last Prussian group. This is turn 3, I believe, skirmish. We lost again. They ended up wiping out one of the squares in my veteran line. Although they did really well here, they're just totally outclassed in the middle, getting wrecked by those Prussian gunnery right there, Prussian musketry, erasing 2 of my batteries. And here is 2 Vendée battalions erasing one of my central British battalions. And a total wipeout of a British, poorly deployed British line in the face of cavalry. Finally, the French royalists are coming to my aid and are pouring fire into the Prussian flanks and basically rolling them up. I believe this is turn 5 skirmish. Again, I score 0 skirmish because I'm basically in squares everywhere. And the French are falling into the Prussian infantry, or at least what's left of them. Byron, although was rolling well, just really was getting rolled up by the superior French assaults. These are French hitting Prussians in the rear. It's just all over for Byron. He's taking a powder here. Byron's line's basically falling apart here, as is mine. That's, I believe, Byron taking out a artillery piece, and I think that might have been me taking out no, that was them taking one of mine out. You can see I only have 2 units of cavalry and 1 unit of artillery left, I believe, in this 6th and final turn. And unfortunately, I lose the sippy cup of glory.
Accept the great grail of victory.
Did you really pee in it?
What is the secret of the grail?
I would do that.
It's autumn in rural America, and it's a time for gratitude and thanks for us. Let's just take a few seconds together to reflect on all that we have for which to be thankful, with the knowledge of all the others across the globe who are less fortunate, be it from disease, poverty, or conflict. Thanks for watching Sacred Mountain Battle Reports.